Hey there, Regina Andler here with Pieces of Me Part 7. In this part, we're going to talk about goals and the importance of goal setting. Now, in Part 6, we talked about your subconscious. What does that have to do with your goal setting? Well, remember how we talked about your subconscious is running 24/7 and basically working on whatever it is that you're thinking about? Like that problem you've been working on all day long that you come up with the answer at 2 a.m. When you set a goal, not only is your conscious working, but you activate your subconscious. Now, what do I mean by that? When you set a real goal, and we'll talk about what constitutes a real goal in just a sec, when you set a real goal, what happens now is that you just activated everything in your brain, your conscious brain and your subconscious brain, to help you achieve that goal. Now, high achievers are high achievers because they set goals. Anybody who has ever made their millions of dollars, or the Bill Gates of the world, the Steve Jobs of the world, the Richard Bransons of the world, all of these people, why did they get to be where they are today? Because they set goals. They focused and they made sure they reached their goals. Now, why don't people make goals? Let's start there. One of the reasons why people don't set goals is, well, sometimes they were just never taught. Maybe their parents never taught them about goals and goal setting. And maybe their teachers, maybe they were in school and they never learned how to set goals in school either, so they just really didn't know what to do. Maybe they were discouraged or maybe even teased about their goals. Did you ever have a goal? Maybe the goal was like a New Year's resolution or something like that. And you told one of your friends, yeah, this is my goal, this is my resolution, this is my goal for this year, this is what I'm going to do. And they went, are you serious? How many times have you tried to do that and you still haven't done it? Are you crazy? Sometimes listening to others can help derail you from your goal. So that's why they stop making goals. Now, other people just don't know how to set goals because they were really never given instructions on how to set goals. You may have heard the term before, a SMART goal, which is simple, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. Those are some components, 5 components of a good goal. And then the last one for why people don't set goals is fear of rejection and failure. They don't set a goal because the goal that they set for themselves, they think may be so far out that either they'll never achieve it, or they'll have this big failure, and all of a sudden this big failure of not achieving their goal will be hanging over them for the rest of their lives. So it's a fear of setting a goal. So, that being said, what are the components of creating a good goal? Well, the first one, as in the SMART goals, is to make it specific and measurable. Now, what do I mean by that? When you set a goal, I want to lose 10 pounds. That's great. Your goal is to lose 10 pounds. Be specific. I will lose 10 pounds, and I will know that I've lost my 10 pounds specifically by weighing myself every week until I have reached my goal of 10 pounds. Specific and measurable. Now, the next one is make sure that it's believable and achievable to you. So when you say, my goal is to lose 10 pounds, in your head, are you ready to lose 10 pounds? Do you believe that you can lose 10 pounds? Now I'm here to tell you, yes, you can, if that's your goal. And sometimes we have to go back to those beliefs that are in our head for some reason that we don't believe. You need to believe in your goal. Now, the next one is to communicate your goal with others. Let other people know what your goal is. Don't let the naysayers set you off course. There will always be those people who are out there that are saying, seriously, that's your goal? You're going to do that? Can't wait to see this one. You know what? This is one of those hold my beer moments. It's a watch me. Have that attitude of I can. And then don't pay attention to what anybody says if it's negative. But let everybody know what your goal is. Why? Because those people who are supportive of you will keep checking in and saying, oh, you said you're going to lose 10 pounds. You're like in week 3. So how are you doing? How many pounds have you lost? Oh, wow, you've lost 5 pounds so far? That's fantastic. They will support you. They'll be on your side. They will help you, keep you motivated, help encourage you to keep going. Now, the next one is give a specific time limit. That's the T in the SMART goals. The time limit is there so that your brain has a target. That subconscious brain of yours needs a target. So when you put that goal together and you make it specific, measurable, achievable, time-based, what you have is, I will lose 10 pounds by August 20th, 2022, 5 p.m., and I will know I lost the goals. I have lost the pounds because I am weighing myself once a week, every week, and seeing the scale reflect my goal. The last one is for key components for creating a goal is to accept that there will be setbacks. Now, it's a natural part of the journey. In weight loss, as our example is going here, you start losing pounds. You start losing pounds. And as you're losing pounds, all of a sudden you've lost 1 pound this week, 1 pound this week, 2 pounds another week. And then all of a sudden you're up a pound. And you're like, wait, what happened? I'm following my diet, I'm exercising, I'm doing all of this stuff. It's a SMART goal. I've got, I'm time-based, I'm measuring, I'm doing all the right things. What is going on? Setbacks happen. Whether it's you had a bad day, maybe you came home and ate something you weren't supposed to eat, or maybe it was just your body regulating and plateauing for a bit there before it started losing again. Stuff happens. Setbacks happen, and do not let them derail you. It's just a natural part of the journey. So, to go from the top, if we have our goal created, and it's a SMART goal, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. You are, with our weight loss example, I will lose 10 pounds by August 20th, 2022, 5 p.m. I know I will have reached my goal because I will be weighing myself each week and seeing the scale reflect the achievement of my goal. So I will know when I have lost 10 pounds. You need to have all the components in place. Why is it important for this? Why can't you just say I'm going to lose 10 pounds? It's activating the subconscious. You need your entire brain working on this. When you set a goal, if you just set a random goal and you don't put some action-based work behind it and some real solid, check-in points, at some point you're just going to be like, oh yeah, well that was a goal that I had, and I'll try it again some other time. I've lost 10 pounds before. You know what? I'm going to give up for right now. I'll get back to it later. It'll be next year's resolution. So when you're setting the goals, make sure that you are, number one, ready for that goal. And sometimes when I'm saying you're ready for the goal, theoretically you're ready. Inside you might be shaking in your shoes. You might be going, wow, that is a big goal. So one of the goals that we talk about a lot is called a BHAG. It's your big, hairy, audacious goal. That's what that stands for. BHAG, BHAG. Your big, hairy, audacious goal. That's that goal that's so big and gets you so far out of your comfort zone that When you start making the SMART goal pieces and start putting that down and writing it down and telling people about it, you're a little freaked out because that goal is so big. Why are you so freaked out? Because it's so far out of your comfort zone. Does that mean it's a bad goal? No. That just means you're challenging yourself. What is life if you're not constantly challenging yourself for something new, something better? You get to something new and something better by setting goals. So how can you make your goal, a reality? One of the ways to do that is by visualizing the end result. What do you look like 10 pounds lighter? How do you feel? What are you doing? What do you see? What do you taste? What do you smell? What are you eating nowadays that you've lost 10 pounds and you've kept it off for months and months? Where are you? Visualize what that looks like to you and keep that vision in your head. Again, it's all feeding into your brain, into your subconscious to keep you on track. The next thing you could do is use affirmations. Now, an affirmation, it's a whole another place to go. For the short story of it, an affirmation is basically just something that you're telling yourself repeatedly that confirms the end result of your goal. I am so happy and grateful now that I have lost 10 pounds and am continuously maintaining keeping it off. That's an affirmation. Now the other one is, repetition. Write down your goal. Write it down on a piece of paper. Don't type it into your computer. Don't just think about it. Write it out. Write down the specific goal, how you're going to measure it, what the time base is. When you have it written down on a piece of paper, keep it front and center. Read it every day. The idea here, as we discussed in part 6, is to reprogram your subconscious. Your subconscious is going to go after that goal and make sure you achieve that goal, because once your subconscious knows that you're really serious about it this time, it's going to do everything in its power to make sure that you get there. Now, just remember that stuff happens. Watch for the roadblocks and reevaluate your goal if necessary. Say it's the 10 pounds and you hit a plateau, and that plateau lasts for 3 weeks or more. You're starting to get a little frustrated. You're starting to go, why am I still doing this? Don't give up. If you need to, stop and reevaluate and take a look at it. Why did I start this goal in the first place? What is my reason for this goal? Why is it important to me? Keep your brain focused on why you're doing this in the first place, and then keep going after your goal. And, if you plan ahead, sometimes you can actually catch some of those roadblocks before they appear. Now, one last thing on goal, there's actually 2 different types of goals. There's results goals, which are basically, they're the result of what you want to achieve, the 10 pounds lost. Then there's process goals. So for every goal, I will lose 10 pounds. The process goals are, I will drink more water. I will eat better food. I'll eat more fruits and vegetables. The process goals are those pieces that are feeding your main goal. So when you write your goal out, remember to add in all of those little pieces of the other little goals. They're like little micro goals that go along with your big goals. Maybe it's, I'm going to start drinking 64 ounces of water every day to go towards my goal of losing 10 pounds. That goal of drinking 64 ounces a day is one of the process goals that gets you to your result goal of losing the 10 pounds. And it is so important just to keep moving forward. Now, that being said, there are times when we have goals that we put into place and life happens. Things change. All of a sudden, that goal isn't quite so important anymore. Some new goal has trumped it and become more important. That's okay too. It doesn't mean you're not going to reach that goal. It could mean that, maybe you're not. Maybe it's just not important anymore. Maybe something in your life has shifted so drastically that that's just not an important goal anymore. And now you have a new goal. Remember, your new goal also needs to have those SMART goal requirements: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. So that's what we have for you today for our Pieces of Me. Pieces of Me is a 12-part video series that was created just to give you a little insight of what we do inside of the 10-week Finding Me program. The Finding Me program goes into a lot more detail on goal setting and how to stay in tune, on track with your goals. In addition, part of the Finding Me program includes a life transformation plan, which are goal sheets specifically made to reach your goals and create the life of your dreams. If you'd like more information on Finding Me, you can go to www.lifeofmydreamsnow.com. And if you have any questions at any time, feel free to email me at regina@autumnascent.com. That's what we have for part 7 today. Tune in tomorrow for part 8, and we shall see you then. Bye for now.